My global mindset is really the result of my unique upbringing and my background. Mindset is because of the impact of my family and the environment that I grew up in India and in the US. See, I come from a very long line of very strong, very opinionated women who are role models for me. Um, it's their focus on service, their work ethic, their fairness, and then my father was a very strong influence on me as well, who really taught me the value of relationships, over all other worldly things like success and material success and prosperity. It was always respect. Respect the human being, respect the relationships that you've made in your life. And so, it's my family that gave me this confidence and belief in myself. And so all these things are really the framework upon which I feel my global mindset has formed over a period of time. Um, Growing up in India, it was totally normal to say the Lord's Prayer in the morning and then in a chapel and then celebrate a Hindu deity at night. It was normal. It was normal to be in constant contact with people from different economic backgrounds, social backgrounds, who followed different religions, spoke different languages, had different types of lives. It was a very normal thing. And so all these experiences really give me that mindset, to be curious about people. And so one of the things it really gave me was to never lose sight of the human being that you're working with or socializing with or just interacting with. It doesn't matter. Respect that human that I work with or socialize with in all her complexities, in all her flavors, because we all come from very unique backgrounds and we have circumstances and backgrounds that are unique to each of us who make us um, I make it some part of my mindset. And sometimes you have to force yourself to get your head out of work and projects and stuff to really get to know his background and what makes this person unique. Also, as I get older and I've been working with a lot of people, to conduct business or conduct work with a bigger purpose in mind. It's one thing I always remind my team, to remember why we're doing what we're doing, adding a moral component to it. When I say moral component, it doesn't have to necessarily be, going to change the world, or, these can be smaller components, but to make it something higher than, oh, we've got to get a report out, or we've got to get finances in, stuff like that. Always remember to conduct it with a bigger purpose in mind. What that does for me, especially in the team as well, is once you were focused on a higher purpose, a higher goal, you don't get stuck in the day-to-day differences and variations and all those things that make us feel like we're different. It helps us connect on so many different levels. And the third thing I've always believed in, and again, this is because of my unique background and my parents and the long line of women, very, very strong women that I am proud to call my family, is be so good that you just can't be ignored, right? Work, get that work ethic, be so good you just can't be ignored, but do with the humility and respect that allow you to connect on a human level. So I think that's kind of my global mindset. It's not it was never purposely I never purposely had that mindset, that, oh, it's going to be a global mindset and I'm going to work in a global business environment. It just so happened that because of where I come from, because of my experiences, I work very well in a global business environment. And, but there's so much we can learn from experiences of people like us, that have these variety of experiences and variety of backgrounds. And you don't necessarily have to grow up in another country to get that global mindset. I think it's really what we carry with us in terms of legacy from our families.